Give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, for bringing us here together, unified on this day. It's not many of us, but thank the Most High that we all made it here safely. Now, this is an impromptu class. Sister Malika did not expect to be up here, but this is probably one of the most important classes that you brothers and sisters can get. Because what winds up happening is that a lot of Israelites are not really aware of your health until you get into a stage 3 and stage 4 of a lot of illnesses, and then you go into the doctor and you find out, oh, there's an herbalist in Israel, and you come, and your illness is so far gone a lot of times, it's very difficult to help you. So I ain't gonna be long-winded because I want her to talk, but I'm gonna say this, your body gives you warning signs a lot of times before major medical illnesses come down to you. For instance, as a man, if you suffer from poor circulation, that means, right, you know, your blood is not circulating the way it's supposed to. That's a sign of a heart attack or a stroke. It becomes manifest when you have an intimacy with your woman. If you're having problems, that means you're on your way to a stroke or a heart attack. But before that happens, the body will give you a warning sign first. A lot of times we don't recognize the warning signs. So she wants to teach you how to recognize the warning signs and what to do to stay as healthy as you possibly can. With that being said, Sister Malcolm, go ahead.
So I'm sorry, I'm not really a public speaker, but I'm going to try my best. So part of what I do in the community, I give, you know, my service. Oh, sorry. My service to the community, as far as health go, I do a lot of consultation within the Hebrew Israelite community and also in the conscious community and all the other community. I mean, we're all Israelites, whether we know it or not. So I do give my charity to the community in general. So this is kind of impromptu, as my husband said. I'm going to address the brothers first. As he mentioned, you know, the symptoms and things that you look out for when you're having some issues. For example, black men, so-called black men, are at the top of the list when it comes to prostate issues, you know. And some of the, I'm not sure, a lot of brothers that I talk to are not even aware of what their prostate is. So I teach men what their prostate is and some of the signs to look out for when you're having issues with your prostate. I know it's a little bit embarrassing when it comes to the men. They don't like to discuss these things, but it is very serious because when you lose your prostate, you're losing a huge part of your manhood. You know, if you have a wife at home, that's going to be a problem for your relationship. So let me just say this: I am available to Israel. If you guys, you know, want to call, I give free consultation to the Israelite community. You know, if you want to call and I'll, you know, talk to you guys about the anatomy, illnesses, how to fix them, how to prevent them, you know. Stuff. There was something else I wanted to
So for those that don't know, she's the one that brought, how many of you guys know who Master Herbalist Patrick Dells is? Have you ever heard of him before? She's the one that brought Patrick Dells to the Israelite community. Right, so they was working together, a lot of her formulas and stuff like that, they worked together to come up with those formulas that you see here promoting, they worked together with that.
Yeah, and so as my husband said, poor circulation, this is what I forgot and I wanted to mention. Poor circulation in men, right? One of the things that a man is going to notice when he's having poor circulation is issues in you know, the privacy area, right? And what that means is that if you're having that issue, you're at risk for a heart attack or stroke. Okay. One of the things that our people don't do is cleanse. My brother here, he should know about that because, you know, Benjamite, we usually know about that stuff. But cleansing is very important, and I understand that a lot of our you know, brothers and sisters, Judah and the other tribes, are not really familiar with the cleansing, and this is something that's very important. If you're eating a lot of meat, a lot of you know, steak and stuff like that, fried chicken, a lot of processed food, chips and stuff like that, you have to cleanse your system every now and then, you know, at least at the beginning of each season. your stomach need a flush, your gut need a cleanse, you need a purging. You know, that's very important. Otherwise, you have things just sitting in there and developing into illnesses that you don't want. Prevention is better than a cure. You know, you don't want to sit around and have something turn into a stage 1, stage 2, and then you end up in the emergency room. Now the sisters, one of the biggest problems with the sisters is the fibroids and the cysts, right? As you know, our people are at the very top of the list when it comes to every illness. And the sisters, fibroids, cysts, everywhere, you know, and a lot of these things can be prevented. Your fibroids and your cysts is coming from a lot of the food that you eat, the microwavable stuff that you're eating, you know, the plastic stuff that you're putting in the microwave, the stuff you're putting on your skin. A lot of the skin is the biggest organ. Whatever you put on there is going directly into the bloodstream. So just be careful of what you're putting on the skin, you know, and cleansing the system regularly will help to reduce the fibroid and the cysts, and taking herbal medicine for the, you know, the reproductive organs to help reduce the cyst that's in the system if you're dealing with cysts. And also if you're dealing with your monthly cycle and it's very, you know, bad, cleansing and taking herbal medicine will help to fix that as well. All right, anybody else?
If I could real quick, but the important thing that she's stressing, and I want people to understand this, she said something very important. She said, prevention is better than cure. What that means is that you don't wait until you have an illness to take the herbs. You don't have to have nothing wrong with your prostate to do a prostate protocol. You don't have to have nothing wrong with your uterus to do a uterus protocol. You don't have to feel sick to do flushes at least 3 to 4 times a year. You should do it because we all know the Bible says that we would eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles. Everything we're taking in, even the things that we perceive to be healthy, a lot of these vegetables are hybrids, right? They're GMOs, a lot of them. They're putting pesticides in it, and we're not even going to talk about what they're doing to the meat, right? And that's if you're eating healthy and you're not even eating potato chips and cakes and cookies. If you think you're eating healthy, you're still taking poison because the earth itself is defiled. Therefore, from season to season, you should be taking flushes and cleanses just because prevention is better than cure. Take a prostate protocol. Take a circulation protocol to have your blood circulating. You don't have to be suffering from ED to take an ED protocol. Right. Just do it to do it. That's the idea. Go ahead.
This is something a little embarrassing for a lot of people, but I do have to mention this, okay? And that's because I get a lot, and I'm stressing the word a lot, of phone calls about this. So constipation is a huge problem in the Black community, and a lot of people are so embarrassed to talk about it, okay? A lot of people suffer from constipation. A lot of our people have constipation and are not even aware that they have constipation because they've been living with it so long that it has become normal. Going to the bathroom once or twice a week, if you're eating 2 to 3 times a day.
Does anybody in the room know how to recognize if you're constipated? Let's say you're not feeling it. How do you recognize that you're constipated and it's time for you to take a flush? Anybody know? Huh? Right. When you guys get a chance, go to Google and look at the consistency of your stool. And it'll show you the different stages. If your stool is a certain consistency, like the big, long, things that come out of you, the long things, you're constipated, it's time for you to do a flush. Your body gives you the warning sign. The Most High created us perfect. So your body gives you the warning signs about what you need to do. The problem is that we are not educated and taught these things. So this is our contribution, mainly her. This is our contribution back to the community to teach our community these things that they're not teaching you in school. All right, go ahead.
But here's another sign of constipation, okay? If you wake up in the morning and you're not going, and the first thing in the morning when you wake up, you're supposed to go. Your body, you ate the night before, and then your body fasts all night. When you wake up in the morning, your body should be eliminating. So if you wake up and you're not going, you're having a problem. If you're waking up and you're only going, say, 3 times a week, or once a day, but you're eating 3-4 times a day. You're snacking, cookies, chips, whatever, and you're only going to the bathroom once a day, but you're eating several times a day. You are constipating, even if you're not feeling any pain, that's your body is giving you a sign, because it is very natural for your body to be eliminating as fast as you're eating. You know what I mean? You're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack in between. You're going once a day, you're constipated. And if you're going and it's uncomfortable, you know, your number 2 is supposed to be the size of your colon, right? And if it's not the same size, then you have a problem. If it's coming out in little pebbles or whatever, if it's too, you know, you know what I mean, guys, right? You know, if it doesn't look right, it's just something is wrong, right? And also, you know, kidney issues, another problem in the so-called black community. There is a dialysis center on every corner in the black community, right? A lot of people are dealing with kidney problems. You don't know, you're going to the bathroom to urinate and there's a whole bunch of foaming in your urine. Something is wrong there, you know, you gotta check it out, right? Yeah. Any questions for me?
Yes. Shalom.
Shalom.
You've been doing this for a while.
A long
More than
time.
before COVID.
I'm
a
usually
while.
behind the scene.
Yes. So you have brothers and sisters online watching because I'm videoing it. So let them know your Facebook page. And I know you also, I think you sell some certain herbs too.
Yes,
So
we do have
bring it all out.
Our business is Grassroot Botanicals,
So tell them.
and that's you can just type that into Google, www.grassrootbotanicals.com.
And she does have business cards. She has business cards here, so
She
you
had?
guys can make sure.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
I
the business
do have
card,
business
right?
cards.
So you guys can be familiar with the website.
And your
We
Facebook
are
page?
on Instagram, Grassroot Botanicals LLC, and we're on Facebook as well, Grassroot Botanicals LLC. Yeah, and I do teach classes on Maccabees TV on Sundays. Haven't done one in a while, but in a couple of weeks. But every Sunday we do teach a health class.
What's the time?
It's 5
5
o'clock on
5 to 7
Sundays.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Right. And I need all you men, especially you brothers, I need for y'all to get in the gym. You're not getting in the gym to get built like a Greek god. But going back to I know our time is all stuff. Going back to the circulation issue, in addition to take the herb, movement is medicine as well. That goes for the sisters too. Movement is medicine as well. Everybody can't get into the gym. Make sure you get 1,000 steps in during the day. Do something to get your blood circulating. But if you can't get in the gym, and your focus should be legs at least 3 times a week. Get on the work on them legs. That will help your circulation in conjunction with walking around, in conjunction with taking herbs. And the older you get, is the more necessary that is for you brothers and sisters.
I want the babies. We have a
Yeah,
little
get on
cutie
that.
in here today, but I want to address the babies or the parents of the babies. I deal with parents that have children with eczema. Okay, horrible eczema and asthma, and a lot of the times those issues are caused by the parents, because when you're giving the child cheese and milk and a lot of bread and cookies, those things cause a lot of inflammation in the child system, and inflammation is going to affect the liver, and it's going to affect the skin. The skin and the liver have a very close relationship, right? And so a lot of children that are having issues with eczema, they don't have to. The mother has to stop feeding the baby a lot of the horrible foods that they're feeding the baby with the milk and the highly processed foods, you know, a lot more plant foods, fresh plant foods. Cook them, make soups, whatever, but give that to the babies. Lots of water, you know. Yeah.
Is there a link between fibroids and birth control?
Absolutely, there is a link between fibroids and birth control. Actually, birth control contribute greatly to fibroid because you are controlling birth, right? So these medications disrupt the normal functioning of a woman's cycle, you know, her endocrine system. So, and when that happens, you get a whole bunch of disruption in the entire system. Throws off the hormones and everything else. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I just want to ask you because I started my journey. Well, I'm not good now at all, but I started my journey of holistic healing years ago, and something recently that the Most High presented abundance and it's easy to obtain. So we spoke about the skin being the largest organ and the organ that consumes a lot that we don't see in passing, and it is coming from the breaking down of the fabrics that we wear that are plastic.
Linen, I believe, is made from what's
Plant. I forgot what's plant.
flax. Flax, right? So the flax plant, which is where you get your flaxseed and your flaxseed oil, that's what linen is made from. So, and that's what our elders in the scriptures used to wear. So that is a natural fabric, but it's these other mixed stuff, and it goes into through your skin and get into the bloodstream. You know, yeah. So a lot of the women that you see wearing the tight leggings, going to the gym, all of that is being made in China. Yeah, that's where all the fibroids, some of that's where the fibroid is coming from as well. Yeah. There's a lot to be discussed. It's a lot.
Did everybody in the back hear what she said? Sister Malachi did stated your skin is a part of your health in terms of the chemicals you put on it, etc.
She was asking about the fabric that we're wearing. Of course, unfortunately, we can't avoid, these things. A lot of, it's, like she said, it's very expensive to find natural fabrics and, make our own clothes and, things are tight. And so a lot of us can't get away from the stuff that we're wearing, unfortunately. But prevention, right? I mean, not prevention, but maintenance, right? Just like you have a vehicle, you have to maintain the body. The body is your vehicle. So the last thing before I go, because I don't want to hold up everybody. At the beginning of each season, there are 4 seasons in a year. At the start of each season, you purge your system out, do a flush, what we call a flush, right? A cleanse. Clean out the digestive system. And this is gonna help to clean up the skin, that's gonna help to clean up the liver. Your liver is one of the most important organ in your body, okay? And for the woman, we're dealing with the fibroids and the cysts, right? If your liver is not healthy, you're gonna have a lot of wasted estrogen recycling back into the system, and that's where you get all that bloating. A lot of women can't lose the weight, right? And the bloatiness, because the liver is not excreting all of the waste from the system, right? So that's why it's important for you to cleanse your system at the beginning of each season, which is 4 times a year, man and woman, but especially you women, because you have a womb. Even if you're not having kids anymore, it's still there, and you can still get cancer in it, right? And for the brothers, I'm going to tell all the brothers in here, especially if you're over the age of 30, or 30 and over, zinc. Zinc is one of the most important mineral for your prostate, okay? When you are deficient in zinc, you're gonna have problems with your prostate, and it's one of the main things that leads to prostate cancer, zinc deficiency. Your prostate takes a lot of zinc, it stores it there, okay? So if there is a deficiency in the body with zinc, your prostate is going to suffer. So you do need to take zinc, and one of the major cause of prostate enlargement, which is what we call prostatitis, right, is issues in the bowel. We talked about that earlier with the constipation, right? Issues in the bowel. And so you need to flush yourself, like I said, every so often, so that you don't have issues in the bowel that can contribute to prostate problem.
All right, so we're about to end it and get back to rocks. We have other classes. I want to say one last thing. So the idea to bring everything home together, the idea is to flush to get all the bad stuff out of you, and after you flush, you reintroduce things into your body to help your body heal, right? These are trace minerals, herbs, so forth and so on. Remember what the Bible says. The Bible says that God formed man from the dust of the ground. That has a literal connotation, and it has a figurative connotation. The literal connotation is all the things that we need to heal ourselves is found where? With that being said, shalom, everybody.
All right, give Danielle his wife a hand. All patriotic welcome to the track.
Hey, can I say something? It's just the DJ. I just want to say something. To kind of help y'all out too, if a lot of people don't know, make clove water. Clove water actually will help too to remove those parasites start to help to remove those parasites from your body. So don't boil it, let it sit for 2 or 3 days, let it sit, and then drink that clove water. Eat some of those cloves as well, because it's also going to help to cleanse your body out. So that's all I wanted to add.
All right.
Actually, that's actually very good suggestion. I would say though, be very careful. Clove is a very strong herb, okay? And unfortunately, having it by itself will damage the liver if you have too much of it for a long period of time. Okay. So again, very good suggestion, but be cautious. If you guys need to, as far as parasite go, I can tell you guys how to do that. Okay? Yeah.
Shalom, and that's why it's important you check her site out too. She have her business card, so whatever ingredient she give, you don't go buy it from Mr. Chin, you buy it from Israel Made. Huh? Because you might be laughing, but when you check it out, the ones of us in America, we are behind everything. Because when you go to Israel, polyester is banned from Israel. A lot of you don't know that. There's no store in Israel can sell polyester, not even in Palestine, not even in Gaza. It's banned permanently, right? And when you go to Israel and go in the supermarket to buy meat, the meat have a date on it. So if you buy a piece of steak, you know when the animal was killed in Argentina, you know when it reached to Israel, you know when they have to take it out the store. Meat in Israel have expiry date on it. In Africa now, there's no supermarket. So if you need meat in Africa, you're going to buy the live killed cow that only eat grass and everything. So we over here, we suffer more than anybody else on the earth. So what the sister and her husband Daniela said, they've been doing this for years, right? So as I said, take it very serious. And if you want the herbs, you'd rather trust them with your herbs than eBay or Mr. Chin. So give Daniela and his wife from Line of Israel a round of applause again. And they have their business card here, so you can pick up one and you can support Israelite business. Kawakan? And the priest now with the Hebrew classes.